I was sent a social post about the current state of sprint car racing. Derek Hauk, who runs 410 Sprint Cars in Pennsylvania, shared, quote, "The amount of owners dropped by one today due to the most recent news, yet people think sprint car racing is at its prime. Ride was earned but not needed, takes another opportunity from someone else. Who pays attention? What other owner-driver changes took away from a filler," unquote. And I want to dig into this today and react to the sentiment here because I see Hauk's point, but I obviously don't agree with it. It's true that for 2026, we're effectively losing a top-tier sprint car team. Rico Abreu Racing and Tony Stewart Racing are going to become one. So where there were two, there will now be just a single one. On the Rico side, though, he was never going to hire another driver. The team is his team. It's built around him. It's called Rico Abreu Racing, and it works because of him. That's a ride that wasn't available before Rico, and it won't be available after. So even though we are losing a car, we didn't really lose an open seat. Tony Stewart Racing had an open seat after Donnie Schatz was fired, and they have now filled it with who they think is the best guy for the job. Given the team's history and marketing partners and Tony's expectations, they were never going to hire an unknown for this spot. It was going to be a Rico Abreu or another top-tier driver of that same caliber. That car is expected to run up front and run up front right now. This car and team has won everything there is to win in sprint car racing, and Donnie Schatz not winning races this season and being 6th in outlaw points was not good enough for him to keep this job. Some drivers and teams would kill to run 6th in outlaw points, but at TSR, that gets you fired. And I think it probably gets you fired at some of the other top sprint car teams as well. At no point was Tony Stewart looking for a project or a development type situation. Poor finishes, inconsistency, and potentially crash race cars as a young or inexperienced driver tries to figure it out on a national tour was never on TSR's radar. And I don't need Tony Stewart to tell me that. If you think otherwise, it's foolish. This guy is arguably one of the greatest race car drivers to ever live. He's going to expect the best. And if you want an example of that, go back to Schatz joining TSR back in 2008. Donnie won 19 races in both 2006 and 2007 to go along with both of those World of Outlaws championships those seasons before going to TSR. Donnie Schatz was not a project either. As others have pointed out, this move to Rico looks very similar to Schatz for 2008. So no, I don't agree that this move took an opportunity from someone else. And Tony Stewart and his team, they don't owe anything to the community of available or potentially available drivers to give someone else a shot. And really, neither does any other car owner, to be fair here. There are definitely talented drivers at lower levels who haven't gotten a shot yet, and there's guys who are going to develop in the future. But if you want a spot like the TSR seat, you've got to be at the top of the sprint car game. Just being a driver somewhere is not going to be good enough.